Hi guys, so in this series of video I'm going to cover the coding interview pattern. So many of maybe you are giving the interview or preparing for the interview, mostly the coding interview, and you are trying to solve the problems online on the lead code or some other platforms where you just see the problem and then try to solve the problem, you just brainstorm it and then apply some solution. But I saw, and there are lots of other resources also where we see that there are some patterns which can be applied to some specific problem, and using that we can easily solve that problem. So there are many such patterns which we will cover in this series of the videos. First, in this video we are going to cover the two-pointer pattern. So its name suggests two-pointer means we take the two-pointer, two elements, two variable, and use that to solve the problem or achieve the goal what we want. So where it can be used, this is mostly used in the linear data structure problems where we want to find two point in this data structure, let's say array list, arrays, or some any other linear data structure, and we want to achieve that goal. Now let's start with this one. What it say two-pointer means? That means whatever we have data structure, let's say we have this data structure, linear data structure, okay. So saying that we will take in 2 points, let's say point 1 which is P1 and point 2 which is P2. Okay. So we will using this two pointer, we'll keep moving this point on either forward side or on the backward side. Same thing, this one can be also moved on either this side or either this side. We'll keep moving this pointer on this data structure from here to here to here. Same thing on this structure from here to here to here, or it can be on this side too. And on certain condition, we will stop that and we will reach at the point where we can derive the solution, or we know that this is the result. Now let's take one simple example how we can apply this in solving the problem. So let's say we know that, let's say one small example or small problem is string palindrome. Okay, we all know that what is string palindrome. If you're a new person or don't know about this one, that means any strings, let's say I'm putting this string A, B, C, B, A. If you read this string from this side or you read from this side, A, B, C, B, A, A, B, C, B, A. So both are same. So a string, if you reverse the string and still it is the same, that means it is the palindrome strings. So that is the small one. Now suppose the problem has given that, hey, you just check if this string is palindrome or not. Now if you go to the naive solution, very naive solution, if we just first things come in mind is, what we can do it, we can simply just reverse the string using an inbuilt functionality or inbuilt library in Java. And just one more, I will be covering all those things, and we'll do coding also in the Java. If you have any other language preference, you can do that in your side. The explanation part there is no language restriction, but when we have the coding part, we will do it in Java. Now, so that is the naive solution. Now what we will say that we want to solve this problem, that is the string is palindrome or not, using the two-pointer, how we can do it. So what we'll do it, as we said, that we will keep the two-pointer. Okay, so what we say, let me writing the strings. I have the, sorry guys, A, B, C, B, A. Now I'm writing this one, A, B, C, B, and just keeping some space. Okay. Now we said we will take the two-pointer. So let's say we are taking two-pointer, which is our P1 and P2. Now this pointer can be put at any place and can move in any direction. So in our case, as our problem's solution, we will start the P1 from here and we will start our P2 pointer from here. Now this is nothing but 0th index, and this is nothing but string length minus 1. The string length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is 5 minus 1 is equal to fourth position. So because string index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the fourth index. Now we will, once from beginning we will compare this one, that hey, this pointer P1 is A, P2 is A. If both are equal, that means there is chance that it can be palindrome. Because still we have not compared all the characters. But if they are not same, that we are sure that this cannot be palindrome. We don't need to compare more characters. We can simply from here break the loop and we can return that hey, this is not palindrome string. In our case, it is still there. So we will move this P1 to here, one step ahead, and this P2 one step back. Now here again we will compare that B and B both are same. Okay, we'll move next step. We'll move here C and we'll move here C. Both are the same index. We don't care as of now, but the character is same. Okay, so we will move to the next step. This comes here, this comes here. Once they cross each other, we will stop comparing. That means we will compare till P1 is less than P2. Once this is become reverse, we will stop that one and we will say okay, this string is a palindrome. Now let's see one first example. So this was the palindrome, it is written true. Let's say we'll change the string and let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, let's add some more characters. A, B, C was there. Let's add suppose C and D. Okay. So A, B, C, D, B, A, B, D, C. This is not palindrome now. If we start with the P1 here, if we start from the P2 here, A both are same. We'll move one step ahead. We'll move one step ahead. B both are same. We'll move one step ahead. We'll move one step ahead. Now both are not same, so we will return that hey, this is not palindrome. This is how simple we can solve this using the 2 pointer. Now if we want to do coding, let's say this is a very simple problem, but still let's try to do it using code, how we can do it. Now this is very small, we will do here only, we are not going to the Eclipse or some coding editor, but in future if we find the big problem, we'll use the Eclipse any other coding tool. So here, let's say I have the one method which say is which will listen boolean and it will say is palindrome and which will take the string S as the input character. So as we said, what we said, we will take the 2 pointer. Okay, so let me take the 2 pointer here. The pointer is nothing but this index for the strings. So we will consider as an integer. So we will put the integer. Okay, so I am putting this integer where we say pointer P1 and P2, but as of now I am just changing the variable. Let's continue with P1 also. I was thinking to keep it the left and right. To just it's easy to understand it, but as we kept the P1 there, so we'll keep P1. P1 will start with 0. Okay, I'm just putting in the same line to avoid the space issue. I will take the pin pointer P2. We said P2 will be as the length, but as it is index, so S dot and length minus 1. So that means it is just index is the less than the size. Now we have the P1, we have the P2, as we said explanation, one in the leftmost, one in the rightmost. Now we'll just keep comparing. We'll add the while loop. What we said, P1 less than P2. Till they are not crossing each other, we'll keep comparing it. In this while loop, what we will do it, we will say if this string, Java has the method character at. see a character at specific index. Different language has different methods. I am covering Java here. So dp1 not equal to s dot character at p2. What we said, if it is not equal to, that means if somewhere it's failing, we will return false. False. If it is still both are same, then what we will do it? We will increment p1. p1 is equal to p1 plus 1. Same thing, p2 is equal to p2 minus 1. Again decreasing. In the sort, you can use incremental variable like p1 plus plus, and here p2 minus minus. Increment. Okay. If this is somewhere will fail, we will return false. Or if it is not failing, at the end, final, we will return the true. That means it is a valid. So this is simple. You can try any Eclipse or any code editor and see how it looks. Okay, so just we saw now that how we can solve this string validating problem using this two-pointer method or two-pointer pattern. But we didn't check the time complexity and space complexity of this one. So let's see. So on this one, when we check on this one, we only use the one loop. Okay. So for the one loop, the time complexity was big O of n. Even though we have only traveled n by 2 loop, because we were using two loops, so one was both were moving on this one, so we have traveled up for the n by 2, but overall the time complexity was the big O of n. On the so this was the time complexity. On the space complexity, we only use the variable two pointers to store the pointer p1 and pointer p2, which was the constant value. So the space complexity will be big O of y. So this is all the time complexity of the string palindrome problem. Now let's check one more problem. Let's take one more problem. A little bit complex, not complex, but let's say we say that we want to remove the nth node from the end for the linked list. So it's like remove nth node from the end. Okay. Okay, so this is the, we need to remove the nth node from the end for the list, for the linked list, let's say. So what it says that we have this one, let's say we have this linked list. Okay, I'm just putting null. So this is the linked list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we are saying remove the nth node from the end for the linked list. So let's say for this one, we want to remove the third node. So n is equal to 3. So we want to remove the third node from the linked list. If we calculate third node, 0. So this is first, second and third. We need to remove this node. That is our problem. If we think from the coding perspective, if the naive solution, first things come in mind is calculate the length of the linked list, and then using that length remove the nth node. So what will come is, let's say we have the length of this one is 7. So length is 7. Now we want to remove this one, this node. We need to calculate that we want to remove the node will be the 7 minus 3 minus 1. So we need to remove that much step. So it will be 7 minus 3 minus third. So why I'm saying third? It's not like we remove third. We need to move to third 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 steps. So we are saying remove. So if we calculate this calculation again, you can say, okay, I want to remove this one. I want to give this one. I want to remove this 4. Then we need to remove this one. So in the my calculation is that 7 total length minus nth minus 1 just move to this step. So move 3 steps, 1, 2 and 3 steps, and then skip and just assign this next to next. So this will be removed. So this is how the net solution come in mind. Calculate the length, and then using this formula, again as I said, maybe you can consider it only keeping this one and say, okay, I want to keep 4 and I want to, so then you need to have in mind that hey, I want to remove this fourth node which steps comes, but I want to calculate 3 steps. So I'm saying, okay, after 3 steps remove the node. So I'm saying 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and then whatever nodes comes, remove it and assign to the next to next. Okay. So this was using the naive approach by finding the length. Okay. Now, how we can do the same thing using the 2 pointer? So in the 2 pointer, what we will do is we will keep the 2 pointers. Let's say one is the P1 and one is the P2. Okay. Now, let's say the P1 pointer we will move for n. So let's say here as we said n is equal to 3. So we will move for n steps. So P1 we are starting from here, P1. We want to move 3 steps, 1, 2 and 3. So P1 reached the here, assume P1 is reached the here. Okay, so it has reached the here. So P1 is here. Once P1 is reached here, we will start P2. So now our P2 will start from here. Okay, now we will move both pointer one step at a time. So this will come here, this will come here. We will move this P1 until it reach the null pointer. Again, we are removing this one step, we remove this one step. Again we are moving this one step, we are moving this one step. Now as the P2 is coming here and P2 is the next element is null, because here nothing is there, that means it is null. So it is null. We found that hey, we need to remove the next element. That means for this 4, what we will do, for if suppose this is the 4th element, his next we will set to 6. So that means the next will be next to next. If we see in the pointer language, it will be the next to next. So final will become like this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 7. We have successfully removed a third elements from the linked list. Is clear? Now we need to handle some core things there can be case where that hey, this length of this one is 7 and we say okay, remove the 7th element from the linked list. So in this case we may need to remove this one and we need to assign this as a head and we need to return the head to this one. It says okay, we want to return the 10th element from this one, then it is not possible because the length itself is 7. We may need to return the same head whatever we have without removing anything. So those things we need to handle it, but in general this is how we can use the 2 pointer pattern to remove the nth node from the. So I use the node and element word interchangeably. Please consider it whatever it's beautiful, like it's node I mean it for the linked list. Okay, let's dive in. Let's do this programming in the Eclipse. Let's see how we can program this one and see, run this one and see how it looks. Okay, so let's see in the code editor now. Hey guys, so we are back to the Eclipse. We are going to write the code or implement the remove the nth node from the last program here. So let's start it. I just created this project and I just want to create let me create new package here on new class. Let's what I will create a package there only. I'm putting here in the 2 pointer and let's say that remove nth node from end. Okay, let me write main method here. Okay, fine. So first what we'll do it, we will start implementing our the method which will remove the nth node, and then
we'll call this method from the main method. So what we want here is just putting some method public static, and we are saying we need the linked list as it is, or much like head node of the new linked list once it is removed. So to help it and to make it easy, I just created a few class here. Like I just created linked list, I just created linked list node which has the data in the next, and just print just if you want to print it. So linked list is nothing but it has some node, and then it can just insert some nodes. Okay, so this is just utility class. It will help us in creating the linked list as well as the printing the linked list after we have removed the node. So this will return the head node of the linked list. So it return type will be linked list node. Sorry, I think I'm making typing mistake. Okay, linked list node, and it is we are integer type. We are going to do this one and remove nth node from the last. So in this one also we will take the so sorry, I just put linked list, not this one. Link list. Yeah, this is fine. Why it's creating problem then? Let me check here what is there. Let's put it this one. Okay, let's complete it. Then if it gives some error. Well, static linked list word, and this also node head and integer, and oh, it's giving the return type. Sorry. So let's keep it null for now. So it will create the not problem. Okay. Now what is the problem with this man? Wait man, I don't need to implement this on list. Okay. What? See, this was the problem. See, I didn't put the public man. I made the mistakes. Okay. And I was trying to access from the different package. Okay, good. It's always good to face the challenges and error while doing the coding. Okay, so coming back to this one, let me remove this also. What I did, I didn't save all it. Let me save it. Okay, so we have this one linked list node, and we are saying remove the nth node, remove nth node from the last or from the end, whatever is that. So we are passing the head, and we are saying that remove the nth node. So now, as we say, we saw in the video of the explanation, we said that we will take the two pointer. So let's start that pointer. Pointer, as I said, is pointer is nothing but the node. So again, we will put to node, linked list node. Let's say pointer p1. We kept same thing in our code, so we'll keep the same name here. And both we'll start from the head. Linked list node p2. This will also be head. Okay. Now what we said is that we will keep moving the pointer p2 for n steps, and after n steps we will start the p1 and p2 together. So that means we'll create one for loop. Let's say integer I is equal to 0, I less than n, because I'm starting the loop from the 0. So less than I'm putting, and then I plus plus. What we will do here is we will just keep moving the p2. p2 will be p2 dot next. That's it. Okay, so that means p2 has been moved till the n steps. Okay, now once that is done, we will start the moving the both pointer together. But till what? Till p2 is not reaching to the next null. So that means we will start with the while loop. We are saying keep moving till p2 is next is not equal to null. So it's not reaching till the end. We'll keep moving the pointer. In this also we will do same thing. P1 dot next is P1 is equal to P1 dot next, and P2 is equal to P2 dot next. Correct. So now both we moved one step, P1 dot next, P2 dot next. Once we have reached this point, we know that the P1 we need to remove the next of the P1. So that means P1 dot next we need to remove it. So what we need to set the new next is equal to P1 dot next dot next. You remember, as I said, we need to remove next to next because we need to remove the one middle pointer. Okay. And finally, here we will return whatever they have passed the head, because linked list is still the head is still same. If head is the same, everything is fine. So this is how we'll returning the head. Okay. Now here, few some cases we need to handle it. As I said here, that there can be case that hey, in this one somewhere maybe null pointer exceptions come because it reaches to null, and some other cases like that it was only the nth length. Let's say here if we say that the p2 is null. If p2 is null, that means the linked list the length is n, which means the head need to be removed. So head dot next we need to return it. So head got removed and that next will come. Same thing we can handle the edge cases, but for now this is what basic things looks like. Now let's test it how it looks. So we'll pass some input here. As I said, I created some utility methods here, linked list node and etc. So let's say we are passing some linked list. What we have? Let's see. In the linked list, we have create linked list. Okay. So we need to pass the integer array and we need to create the linked list. Let's create the linked list. So we put linked list our this one, it is integer type, and this is our list is equal to our new linked list, common linked list. Okay, cool. Now what we are saying, we need to pass list, we need to pass the integer array which can create the number of the linked list, what I said, right? Okay. So what we'll do it, we'll pass some array. Okay. So let's say we want to create some array. Let's say values, and then we'll create some 1 2 3 4 5 6, and let's create 7 as it is what we saw in the value. We'll change the values again, and then we said that dot create linked list, and then we pass the values. Okay, so this internet will create the linked list. Let's try to print it, because as I said, I have the print method also. Print list. Oh, I think I need to create this also public class. Okay, good. Now print list dot print in the forward list, and we are passing this list. Now we need to pass the head node of this one. So that means whatever we have the linked list dot list, we need to pass head. Okay, let's run this program how it looks, then we'll go ahead with the calling our method. Oh, so yeah, something is there. I think it doesn't print like that. Let me put something different space. Okay, because the character is not identifying. Let's try it now. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and lastly then it's printed. So this is what we will in the linked list. Now what we want to do it, we want to print it again, but in middle we will say remove the node. So we are saying in this one we are passing the list dot head, and we are saying we will remove the third node as we saw in the example. Okay, so let's run the program again. Okay, it has printed in the same one. I can, okay, we'll do something here. We'll put some empty. Println. Okay, let's run the program again and let's see how it looks. Okay, so good. So it has removed the last three, so 1 2 and 3. That means it has removed the fifth 5. Let's put some other value. Let's say we want to remove the sixth from the last, and let's see how it looks. So it has removed a 2 because 6 was there. Let's say we want to remove the 7. Now we are removing the head. It's failed. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. It could have removed the 7. It has not removed. Let's see what is the problem with this or solution. So what we are doing here, we are saying if p2 is equal to null, then we are removing the return head dot next is equal to this one. But we are not assigning that head to anyone. Correct. So we are saying that create linked list, we are doing this one, we are printing this linked list, but we are still not calling anything here. So let we will need to do this too. Okay. What we need to do it, we can print as it is this one, or we can put this dot head this one. Cool. So what mistake we were doing is we were saying that hey, change this one, that's linked list, but the head was still, it was not changing the value of this head. We changed this one. We need to change this list dot head. We are passing still the old head, right? So that was the problem here, and this will work with this one. If I change this to 3 now, same thing, right? Now one problem can come here, as I said, if I put the more than the length, so length is 7, I'm putting the 10th, and I'm trying to see it. Wow, cool. So we got the null pointer exception. I'm sure, yeah, correct. And as I said, we will get null pointer exception because we are doing this p2.next, but next is already coming to null. So this case you can handle it in your code, but this is how we can code the problem. Okay, we'll meet in the next session with a new pattern. Till that you can practice a few more such questions online. Okay, thank you guys for watching.